When I was about 4, we were broken into twice. The first time, my grandfather and Mum had been grocery shopping. We arrived home and unlocked the front door, and one of the bedroom doors up the passageway slammed shut from the change in air pressure. My grandfather must have sensed something was up and ran up the passageway to the bathroom. Window was open, curtains swinging in the breeze, and nobody to be found. They figured he mustn't have been there long before they arrived home, as nothing in the house was touched or taken. The second time was 3 months later. My mum woke up to someone sitting on the bed with a knife in his hand at 3 a.m. Mum says she froze, couldn't talk, couldn't move, completely petrified. She said he was mumbling, but she couldn't make out what he was saying. Then next door, neighbor's dog barked, and he just stood up and walked out. She heard the back sliding door open, and a minute or so later, the line of light shining through the curtains from the streetlight was blanked out. She grabbed the phone and called my grandfather. All she said was, there was someone in the house. He lived about 5 minutes away with her 3 younger teenage brothers. In less than 5 minutes, they pulled in the driveway and scattered to surround the house, all barefoot, wearing only their underwear. Every single door was unlocked and the back door was open. Nobody to be seen. Mum was a mess. There were big muddy footprints in the laundry under the little window she left open for the cat. It took a few days for all the weird things this creep had done to be discovered. He had shredded a black negligee that was in the laundry basket, fed the cat, and poured her a bowl of milk, poured a whiskey out of the decanter in the living room, and added ice and Coke to it. Somehow had injected solder into the eggs in the fridge, ate the leftover roast meat out of the fridge, cut up some catalogue that was sitting on the bench, took a photo of the stovetop and another one of me sleeping on Mum's camera, and left it sitting next door my bed, tipped salt into Mum's shoes. The knife was out of Mum's block in the kitchen, and they never found it. In 2003, I had just turned 18 and was kicked out of my house. I worked night shifts at McDonald's and moved in an old house, basement suite, with a guy friend. I slept during the day, obviously, since I did night shift. Anyway, one day, about late morning, my roommate was at work and I was in bed. I could hear an engine outside and then some flicking around the front door. Somehow, they had broke in. I could hear them quickly and frantically moving around. I was completely frozen. I literally could not move. I decided to just keep lying there, facing the wall, not making a sound. Then my heart dropped. I heard my bedroom door open. I closed my eyes and pretended to be asleep. I heard silence for a couple seconds, then footsteps running out the door. As soon as I heard my front door close and the engine start, I ran out and saw a van speeding away. By the way, they stole absolutely nothing. We had nothing of value. My bedroom was a mattress on the floor in a tiny closet area.
One night about 7 years ago, just moved into my new home. The neighborhood was a good place, no major crime. About 2 months after I moved in, I hear a huge bang at 2 a.m. at the door and then a loud redneck voice. I am in bed. I sleep nude, by the way. My first reaction is to grab the sword near my bed and charge to the living room yell. The look on the guy's face was priceless. A 300+ pound nude guy, with a sword yelling at the top of his lungs, charging him. He'd jetfo, as soon as possible, tripping over himself, and fell in the yard while running. Call the cops, put on some pants, and waiting on the cops to get to me. Once they arrived, they had already had someone in custody. Saw him trying to break in another home down the street. I confirmed it was him. Once trail came and pasted, found out he was on meth and looking for an abandoned lot to crash in.